Heck of a play by Moore.
Thanks to our great sponsors, Jack Burford Chevrolet, Cumberland Valley National Bank, CSEP, State Farm Insurance, Jerry Goble Agent, Luxury Pet Services, Equipment, Sales and Rentals, May Marketing, KYmedia.net, Gold Star Chili in Berea, Real Life Community Church, Spectrum Cable, and Bison Smith CPA.
College, top of the third, about to get underway. Scoreless here between the Indians and Eagles. Eagles had a great scoring opportunity last half inning, got the bases loaded with 2 outs, but couldn't drive anyone in. Caden Shaver set to lead it off for the Indians. He'll be followed by the designated hitter, Adam Ritchie, and then back top of the lineup for Trey Eden. Rogers 2 innings of work, gave up 2 hits so far. He has 1 strikeout. And Shaver is hit by the pitch to begin the top half of the third. Adam Ritchie now comes to plate. As Caden's going to walk it off, he's fine. Now play signal back in. Coach Roof comes out, has a little word with Ritchie, and sends him to the plate.
And Caden made that play there on third base there, the enemy right before to get him out. Because if you don't make that play and he's going to shortstop, I don't think shortstop would have got the guy on first, and everybody would have been safe. There'd been 1 run in, still loaded bases. But a great play by the young man there.
Throw over, trying to catch Caden sleeping. He's back easy. Shaver, just a sophomore. Started at third base all season long, just about. First pitch, Adam Ritchie is out and away for a ball, 1-0.
And, Coach Don, we've got a good crowd here for this game. They're lined up down the left field line and down the right field line. And
it helps having softball and baseball together like this. You can bounce back and forth between innings, see what's happening. Pitch, Adam Ritchie is going to be inside and gets away from the catcher. And down to second goes Shaver on the wild pitch, or pass ball by Austin Adams. 2-0 now to Ritchie. Runner down at second, scoring position. 3 umpires working the district game tonight.
See if Central can capitalize on the pass ball right here with no outs, so good opportunity then for them to score.
Ritchie's job now is just to move the runner over to third. Pitch in for a strike, 2-1. As said, top of the third, no score yet. Indians have a runner at second with nobody out for Adam Ritchie. Ritchie fooled by the pitch. Oh, my goodness.
What a good pitch by Alec Rogers there.
Had Ritchie way out in front of that one, didn't he?
Yes, sir.
Count runs now 2-2. Center fielder Trey Eden on deck. The 2-2 pitch. Here's the ball, make it 3-2. Oh, he called timeout. I was wondering, it looked like a quick pitch, or I didn't see the umpire signal time. Time was asked and granted, so count remains at 2-2. Now the 2-2 count misses outside.
Oh,
3-2.
man. Woo. I don't know. He's got a small strike zone. It's just like a little box, and if you're over it, you're fine. But, God, Lord, you know, you get them pitches down there, somebody's going to jack one. They might not be out of here, but they're going to hit the ball solid and hard.
Count runs full. The designated hitter, Adam Ritchie. Payoff pitch. Walks him. So 2 walks in the inning now, a hit by pitch and a walk. We'll put him at first and second for Trey Eden. Good. Trey Eden led the game off with a single. He was caught stealing as the Eagles are going to come out and have a little powwow on the mound with Rogers. Top of the third, nobody out, 2 men on. And the top of the lineup due up for the Indians, so you want to make sure you're on the same page.
Well, like you said, Bargo in the last part of the half inning, and Rogers, they're trying to nibble and trying to get the ball. They're trying to get this, make them perfect pitches. Just go on, pitch the ball. You've got your defense out there and can help you out. You don't have to make the perfect pitch.
You got to have faith in your defense to make the plays. As a courtesy runner is on, it appears. Jeremy Cox is on now to run for Adam Ritchie over at first base. Cox down at first. Caden Shaver at second. Trey Eden in the batter's box. Top of the third. Corner infielders are in on the grass. Shows bunt, pulls it back, and takes a strike, does Eden. One thing I'll give Coach Roof, he will play that small ball. He'll get you on and get you over.
Fundamentally sound, you know, Central is one of the best with what we've seen, you know.
Oh, yeah.
They do everything correct on the field, you know, 99.9% of the time, or in the batting. They will not, yes, correct. They will not beat themselves.
Shows bunt, pulls back, pitch outside, even it up, a ball on a strike. First baseman charging hard, that's Dalton Gregory.
Yeah, if he's going to bunt this ball, it's going to go the right side of the field, how he's set up with his feet working and everything else. Now, he might be swinging away right here on this pitch. Nope.
Goes bunt, and fouls it away, a ball on 2 strikes now.
He's trying to get it down to the first base side, which, you know, that's what he should do.
You know, he's wanting Gregory to field it.
Because your third baseman is coming in as well, but, you know, if you guess right, if he stays home, you could have a play at third.
That's what I'm worried about is if, for the Indians, if he bunts it, third baseman stays at home, you have a play at third, perhaps.
Right. Sometimes you got to roll the dice. If I'm Southern, Coach, I'm rolling the dice tonight. I'm not
1-2 the count. To trade.
Nothing left on the field. I'm going to leave everything on the field.
Infield back. Pitch the ball inside, 2-2. Don't miss by much. So neither dugout is happy with the home plate umpire tonight. It's early on here as he played the top of the third. Alec Rogers sets, brings it home. Inside once again, 3-2. Count is full. David Withers down at third base, gives a sign for Trey Eden. The pitch is going to be laced down the line, but foul by about 15 feet. He got good aluminum on it, just couldn't get it straight.
Yeah, just a little quickly on the bat there, and you know, he just pulled that right down there. Yes, he was, and he knew what was coming. So, what does Alec Rogers do here? You know,
full count, 2 men are on. There's no one out, top of the third, and a scoreless ball game. Out front of it once again. This one fouled back over the press box. Count runs full, or remains full, 3-2. Devin Hukel on deck for the Indians. Indian softball players watching the baseball game right now as they get set to play around 7:30 tonight.
Oh, right on the corner. Good pitch.
Pitch on the outside corner. Gets Trey Eden looking. Second strikeout for Alec Rogers. And they're a one away.
Boy, the Eagles needed that one right there. You know, they couldn't forward, I don't think, load it up with a 2, 3, 4 guy coming up, I think. Is that right?
Yep.
So.
Devin Huckel, now the number 2 hitter, hits. He's 0 for 1. He hits with 2 men on, 1 man out. Rogers gets him out in front of it. Going to be a slow grounder to short. One play is at first, and they get it. So there are 2 outs now. Runners at second and third for Logan Thomason. Logan doubled back in the first inning. But he hits here at 2-way. 2 men in scoring position. So Alec Rogers doing a good job so far. Got in a little trouble. 2 men on, nobody out. They're going to walk him. Intentional walk issue to Logan Thompson.
That's the question I was going to ask you. Just go and load him up. Then you've got a force at anything in the infield.
Third walk, first intentional of the ball game.
Kind of strange, you know, walk the third guy and you're going to get the cleanup hitter. You know, kind of strange, but hey, play the percentage.
Ben Snap 0 for 1. He struck out in the first inning. So maybe he felt better about facing Snap than he did Logan. After all, Thompson did hit a double back in the first. Bases loaded now, 2 away. Indians with a chance to get on the board. First pitch is high for a ball, 1-0. Nice cool afternoon for baseball. Unlike last few days, it's been hot and rainy. No rain in the forecast today or tomorrow. Championship game tomorrow night. Pitch misses away, 2-0. See, the problem with loading the bases with the walk, you have nowhere to put the hitter now. Out.
He threw 2 pitches, both of them off speed. I think, like in your book again, I would go after the hitter. Don't mess around. Let's get the ball on some fastballs here to see if he can get the hit or not.
3-0 now to Ben Stout.
That looked pretty good. Not bad. It might have a little low, maybe. I don't know. It looked pretty good from here.
Here's the Indian faithful underneath this on a 3-0 count. Snap will more than likely have a green light here. So Alec Rogers set. The 3-0 pitch coming. And he lost him. Bases loaded walk will bring in an RBI for Ben Snap. And it is 1-0. Madison Central. Bases remain loaded now for Jared Grant, who is a power threat, leads the team in home runs. So there are 2 outs, but dangerous territory for the Eagles.
I think last time Grant popped out to, was it right field, center field?
Right field.
Just got a little bit underneath the first at bat there.
First pitch is up and away out of zone, 1-0. Rogers having a tough time finding the strike zone now. Top of the third, started off with a hit by pitch to Caden Shaver, then a walk. He struck out Trey Eden, got a ground out from Huckel, but walked the next 2 to walk in a run. 2-0 to Grant.
You're like saying, you know, I'm not going to throw nothing fastball. I'm just going to throw everything off speed. If I hit my mark, I'm going to get a strike on. If I don't, I guess you walk another one in.
2-0 now to Grant. Rogers. Catcher Adams is going to go out and have a talk to his pitcher. Couldn't agree on the sign. While we've got a moment, this game is game 1 of the 44th District. Game 2, Model and Berea. The winners face off tomorrow afternoon at 5:30. We'll have that game on the stations of Waterford Broadcasting and Facebook Live on Madison County School Sports Television. Softball action, Berea Model playing right now. Southern and Madison Central match up in the 7:30 contest. We'll have that game on the radio following this one. Fake the throw to third, throw back to second. Didn't fool anybody. Everybody back safely.
Yeah, I
2-0
think
count to the hitter Grant.
I think if Grant's up, right here, what I would do, I would key on something right down the middle and just pull the string. I think he's going to give in to him probably. He's going to have to.
In the zone. He's got to bring.
He's got to be in the zone, so he should be sitting on it right down the middle. Well, he pushes him inside.
3-0. So 3-0 now, and he's threatening to walk in the second run of the ball game. He's already walked in 1 run this inning with the bases loaded. Alex Rogers sets on a 3-0 count, brings it, call a strike. 3-1.
Another thing I've noticed on Rogers, his mechanics when he throws the ball, he's falling off to the left side. He's not driving everything home on the foot and B's right in front of the home plate when he just drops the ball out of his hand. He's a little bit off, and it's jerking him around like that right there.
Count, strike 2.
He's swinging his other leg around, which is I don't think that's the way to go, but maybe that's his pitching motion.
Like basketball players, every pitcher is different. Everybody's different.
To go home, go be in straight line would be a lot better. You got a little more power on your pitch as well. 3-2
count's going to be lined to short. Eats up the shortstop, and everybody's safe. Second run coming home, and they get him going home. No, they don't. Yeah, they do. Thompson tries to score. He's out. Another run comes home, though. Make it 2-1 Indians. Indians going to leave 2 men on. And after 3.5, Indians lead it 2-0. Back in 60 seconds on the stations of Waterford Broadcasting.
Thanks to our great sponsors, Jack Burford Chevrolet, Cumberland Valley National Bank, CSEP, State Farm Insurance, Jerry Goble Agent, Luxury Pet Services, Equipment, Sales and Rentals, May Marketing, KYmedia.net, Gold Star Chili in Berea, Real Life Community Church, Spectrum Cable, and Bison Smith CPA. Small car, big coverage.
Back to Berea College. Indians get 2 in the top of the third as we go to the bottom half of the third inning. Eagles going to send up their 2, 3, 4 hitters. Michael Atkinson, Zach Moore, and Dalton Gregory. Alec Rogers got in trouble last half inning, walked in a run. Then a run came across on a fielder's choice. So Indians lead at 2-0.
Well, basically come down, the Indians capitalized, Southern didn't. So, that's the breaks of the game right there a little bit,
First pitch is going to be hit on the ground back toward the pitcher. Going to be tough. Atkinson runs well, and he beats it out. Base hit for Michael Atkinson to begin the bottom of the third.
A little miscommunication between Black and Bargo right there, who to pick up the ball and kind of
go. It wouldn't have mattered. Michael runs so well, it was going to be a tough play. It was more like a swinging bunt. As Atkinson.
It all goes same in the box score, just like hitting a screaming line drive for a single.
It don't matter if you knock that thing to the wall, it's a base hit.
That's right.
Zach Moore now 0 for 1. Casey Bargo working his third inning now. Shows bunt, pulls back. Going to get away from Logan Black and go to the backstop. And Atkinson is down at second base once again. So, second wild pitch for Casey Bargo. Bargo been a little wild tonight. That's the second wild pitch now, and he's walked 3. So,
well, it might have been a few games that he's not had a quality start. It might have been.
I'm pretty sure he was on the mound against Ballard a week and a half ago, or just a touch over a week ago. Atkinson, big lead, gets away once again. This one bounces up to the plate, and Atkinson advances on to third base. So 2-0 to the hitter, Zach Moore, and a runner at third now for the Eagles.
Well, we had a few pass balls on each one.
Yep.
But here's the thing: this is the first time these teams have played at the Berea College Sporting Complex. But the mound might be a little bit different. That it's set up because this is a college mound.
Every mound is 42 inches.
Yeah, but it could be set up a little bit different than in high school.
It's nerves.
So I don't know. That's a lot of pass balls.
This is go home. This is a go home game. It's a lot of nerves on these kids. Bargo pitching with a 2-0 lead, but a runner at third now and a 2-0 count to Zach Moore. Moore hits it out towards center field. So it's deep enough to get Atkinson. Play made out there, and they're going to hold Michael at third base. So good throw back in by Trey Eden. Holds Atkinson at third. 1 out now. Dalton Gregory, the hitter. 0 for 1. Vargos gave up 2 hits in the ball game. Eagles have to get at least 1 run this inning now with 1 out. They need to find a way to get Atkinson home to stay in this ball game. Not stay in it, but just to get back into it. Down 2-0. Ball in the dirt. Not stopped by Logan Black. 1-0. Looks like Bargo's trying to keep everything down.
Right.
Keep it down.
Well, with Roger right there, big old boy to hit the ball. But, you got Grant. He's playing right back on the grass, on the edge right there. I mean, he's so far back. I mean, if you wanted to, to get the sure run in, hopefully, you could do a little suicide right here, squeeze. but.
Second pitch of ball, and looks like we're going to the pen.
Already. Wow.
We're going to have a pitching change for Bargo on a 2-0 count to Dalton Gregory. While the pitching change is underway, we'll take a 60-second timeout and be back. We'll tell you about the new pitcher when we come back.
Thanks to our great sponsors, Jack Burford Chevrolet, Cumberland Valley National Bank, CSEP, State Farm Insurance, Jerry Goble Agent, Luxury Pet Services, Equipment, Sales and Rentals, May Marketing, KYmedia.net, Gold Star Chili in Berea, Real Life Community Church, Spectrum Cable, and Bison Smith CPA.
We're all busy living our lives each day, packing as much as we can into work and play. But your friends at CSEP have a thing or two they'd like to remind good folks like you. An emergency can happen almost any time, so stay connected and you'll be just fine. It doesn't really matter where the news comes from, Facebook or Twitter, prepareky.com. You don't have to study up or pass an exam, just follow the lead of the Chemical Stockpile Emergency Preparedness Program.
Back to Berea College. New pitcher on the mound for the Indians is going to be Keenan Noggle. Casey Bargo goes 2 1/3, gives up 2 hits. He walked 3 and struck out 1. And the runner at third base is his. Quick hook for Coach Roof to come get Casey Bargo in the middle of an at-bat, too. It's going to be a 2-0 count.
I mean, that's just 2 innings at a third. He was a little wild there in them innings. Unless, did he kind of hurt his arm there a little bit? I don't know. But like you said, it might be nerves over there. But I'm not getting the ball over the plate, so to speak.
Yeah, it was a quick hook on Bargo this afternoon. 2-0 Madison Central on top and play the bottom half of inning number 3. Michael Atkinson led this inning off with a base hit, and he advanced to second on a wild pitch. He advances to third base on a passed ball. Zach Moore flies out to center field, but not deep enough to get him home for the first out. And that's where we stand right now. 1 out, bomber to third, runner at third, and a 2-0 count to Dalton Gregory, the cleanup hitter and first baseman for Madison Southern. So Noggle gets his warm-up, tosses in. He's set. He's ready to go. First pitch from Noggle shows bunt, and he hits Dalton Gregory. So,
well, that's what I was saying about there before we had that timeout for change of the pitchers.
Yeah.
I figured he might bunt the ball. I mean, to get the run in, you had to have this run in. You're only down by 1, so that's really manageable.
4th walk by Indian pitching this afternoon. Brings up Chase Robson, who's 0 for 1. Popped out to second base his first time around. 1 out. Man at third, man at first.
Yeah, and they're moved in. They're holding him on there, Gregory, and then they're at the third base and even with the grass, just sort of speak right there. So.
Underground is going to get past third. Shortstop makes the play. Goes to second. High throw. Goes into right field. 1 run home. And they're going to hold him at third. So Chase Robson will go to second base on the fielding error by the usually reliable Logan Thomason. So that brings a run home. And it's 2-1. Madison Central. So runners now at second and third.
Yeah, the first base, third baseman, now they're even with the grass, so they're thinking maybe that might be a little bunt right here coming up. We'll see right here.
Britton Robson 0 for 1. Chance to tie this ball game up, though.
Nice pitch. Nice pitch.
First pitch in for a strike to Britton.
There's strike
Second
2.
pitch.
Yeah, right there on it.
0-2 now to Britton Robinson. 1 away, 0-2 count. 1 run in for the Eagles already, bottom to third.
So he's got to protect the plate right here, Robinson does. So he's got his work cut out for him right here.
Kenan Noggle in relief of Casey Bargo. Struck him out. Second out of the inning. First strikeout for Noggle. They're 2 away. Alec Rogers 1 for 1. Singled back into second. Chance to tie this one up with a base hit. 2-1 to score. Indians on top. Should play the bottom half of the third.
Swing
had
him at a front right there a lot.
Had him way out in front. He stepped in the bucket.
That was set up by the batter before, fastball, and he didn't take the bat off his shoulder, so he came up with that off speed right there, and we'll see what he comes with this one.
Had 0-1. This one misses down and away. Ball on strike now to Rogers. Eagles get 1 run. So far, they hit with 2 men in scoring position, but 2 outs. Winner of this game advances championship game Tuesday afternoon. Ball outside, 2-1 now. They play the winner of Model and Berea. Both of those teams advance to the 11th region tournament, which will be played at Madison Southern High School this year. Starts Monday morning at 10 a.m. Two 1 pitch is outside. Regular. Ball misses away, 3-1. So,
I think both fans on each side are just not happy with some of the
I don't think anybody's
behind
having
the
his home plate umpire right now. Missed away, lost him. Alec Rogers walks.
Well, first here's second straight inning. Sorry about that, folks. The Eagles has got loaded bases. The last inning they didn't get none with. Was it no outs at one time?
We got no runs in last inning as the bases loaded once again, and Clay Combs the hitter. He's 0 for 1. He flew out.
Yeah, if you're Clay, are you sitting on this fastball right here, the first pitch, and
I don't know. You think he's going to have to?
We have Randy sitting here going, yeah, that's what he would do. So we're going to see if he comes down there with the heat here down the middle.
You'd say he's going to be in the zone. We'll find out.
And because I tell you what, he's right on the plate. Combs is just right on the plate.
First pitch swinging down to the left field line, out of play. 5 walks now by the Indian pitching staff.
But like I said, Combs is, I'm telling you, he's right on the top of the plate. So.
Clay Combs asked for timeout. Is granted timeout.
Probably going to see an off-speed pitch right here, I would think, again. No, he came there. He jacked that one, folks.
Hits it hard down the right field line and going back, and it falls over the head of the right fielder. 1 run in, 2 runs in. Here comes the 3rd run. A bases clearing double for Clay Combs gives the Eagles the lead. 4-2.
Nice piece of hitting for Combs right there. He guessed more than I did. I thought it would be the off speed. He gave him a fastball right down the plate, and he yanked it on the right field over the right fielder's head.
3-run double for Combs, and the Eagles take a 4-2 lead. He hit that ball hard and just over the right fielder.
Like I said, when you give underdogs a little breathing there and they get a little confidence, look out, folks.
Halfway through this game, the bottom of the 3rd, and the Eagles on top, 4-2. Hitter now, Austin Adams. He walked back into 2nd inning. 1 of 5 walks given up by Indian pitching. One good thing for the Indians, they played such a tough schedule. They've been down before. They know how to react to it. So this one fouled back toward the softball field, out of play. Ball on a strike to Adams.
That's something you got to worry about right there. If you're watching a softball game, you better be looking at everything because this is pretty tight complex right here on the Briz campus here.
Ball on a strike now to Adams. Second pitch to tick high, make it 2-1. That pitch looked good as well.
Yeah, that looked real well, and I think this umpire likes him really low on the bottom of the half of the strike zone.
Good. He's got a tight strike zone tonight. It's been that way for both teams, though.
So he's been pretty consistent.
He has been consistent. Pitch high, 3-1. No action in the bullpen yet for the Indians.
Central's been in these situations before, like you said,
but multiple times.
But when it gets a little, when you're in the 3rd, I mean, they're going to be coming up in the top of the 4th here pretty soon. Then you start counting the outs, and somebody's got to come through. So
this one fouled back straight over the press box. Count goes 3-2 now. Count runs full, 2 outs. Clay Combs down to second base with a bases clearing double to bring home 3 runs to give the Eagles a 4-2 lead after the Indians got on top 2-0, top half of the inning. Nice piece of hitting by Combs. Adams on the ground to second. Gets past the second baseman. They're going to send the runner home, and the throw will go into second. Base hit by Adams drives home another one. It's 5-2, Madison Southern on top.
Now, what I remember in this game at Southern, when we had that first one, I didn't really like the performance with Central. I thought it was laid back. I thought it was overconfident. And I think Southern has something to prove here. And as they did in the basketball tournament that y'all covered, they won the district there as well in basketball.
Southern has won the district since 2006. They won it that year by defeating Model. Oh, 1 count to Joseph Hensley, the leadoff hitter. He's 0 for 2. 5 runs are in the bottom of the 3rd. And it's 5-2. Madison Southern on top of the number 9 Indians. This score goes out, it's going to raise some eyebrows in Lexington.
Oh, yes, that's what I was thinking about 5 or 10 minutes ago. I was sitting there going like, I'm telling you, a lot of people will be glad if the Indians got out of this one with a L.
You can promise you that. Some of them Lexington schools are hoping. Some of them Lexington schools would love to see the Indians go down.
Now, taking Bargo out, did you like that call, or did you?
It seemed like a quick hook to me to get Bargo after 2 1/3. He gave up 2 hits. He walked 3. He only gave up the 1 run. Pitch away makes it a ball and 2 strikes now to Hensley. So he only gave up 1 run, but he was wild, though. He threw a couple wild pitches and walked 3.
Coach Riff must have seen something that we didn't see, maybe. We know he had some pitches in the dirt there.
Pitch runs high now, 2-2. 2 outs, a man at first.
And you know Coach Combs at Southern here's got to be pumped up.
You got to be excited, but you got to temper that excitement. We're only halfway through this ball game.
Right, and you know,
throw back, get back easy.
When Central come back this next inning, top of the fourth, for Southern, Central's got to have to score. But you know, for Southern, you want to get out there and you want to get a 1-2-3 and get in back in that dugout. You talk about pumping your
Madison
team
Southern
up.
needs to come out and throw strikes. They got a 3-run lead right now, so just throw strikes.
And like I said,
3 and 2.
Just don't start walking people, and that's when you get in trouble for any level, you know, for high school or the pros or anywhere you're at. So
3-2 count to leadoff man Hensley. Runner goes, swinging, fouled back. We'll do it again. Eagles on top, 5-2. All 5 runs here in the bottom of the third. Came with 2 outs. A bases clearing double by Clay Combs. Ball to third. Shaver has it over to first. In and over, but not before the Eagles get 5 and take a 5-2 lead. We go to the top of the fourth. Eagles on top. Be back in 60 seconds on the stations of Waterford Broadcasting.
Thanks to our great sponsors, Jack Burford Chevrolet, Cumberland Valley National Bank, CSEP, State Farm Insurance, Jerry Goble Agent, Luxury Pet Services, Equipment, Sales and Rentals, May Marketing, KYmedia.net, Gold Star Chili in Berea, Real Life Community Church, Spectrum Cable, and Bison Smith CPA. Okay, I checked out this Chevy Tahoe from Jack Burford Chevrolet. Nice. What? Ooh, this is nice. Nice Tahoe. Ooh, what's this? It even has a backup camera. Sweet. Ooh, no hands. Nice. What? You want a truck? You want a Chevy?
Back here at Berea College where the Eagles have a 5-2 lead over the Indians. Bryce Travis, Logan Black, and Caden Shaver due up. As Alec Rogers on the mound for his 4th inning of work now, and he plays with a 5-2 lead. First pitch is on the inside part of the plate for a strike. 0-1. Travis ducks out of the way.
I don't think Coach Roof liked that one at all. I mean, he was kind of yeah. They're getting a little tight in that dugout. They never bring it on here in the last few innings here.
Pitch in the dirt, ball on a strike. It is need 3 runs to tie this one, 4 runs to take the lead, of course. And that's the Southern playing with the lead. Outside, 2-1. The one thing the Eagles can't do is start walking guys now. You don't want to give up too many walks.
I just think you go after the hitters. I mean, don't beat around. And like I said before we went to that break there, I think just go after them.
3-1 now to Travis. Alec Rogers in 3 innings has allowed 4 walks. Now, one of those intentional.
Right.
But he's walked 4 total.
Right.
He's hit one batter, intentional walked another. 3-2 now. To Travis. Travis 0 for 1. He flew out back into second. On the ground, fouled back at the plate.
To stay alive right there. He got a little bit of it, didn't he?
Got to open that. But good. Yeah, he got a little piece of it. Stay alive. Full count pitch is going to be lofted towards short right field, and it will fall for a base hit. So a single by Travis to get the 4th inning underway for the Indians.
Kind of a little bit of indecision between the second and the right fielder there a little bit.
Well, that fell in no man's land, and neither guy could get to it. Nice effort by the second baseman, Hensley, as he dove. Just could not make the play. Logan Black, the hitter now. He's going to hit with a man on.
Unless something Logan was up, he flied out to right field.
He did. Caden Shaver on deck for the Indians. Third baseman in on the grass. First base is holding the base runner. Black shows bunt, pulls back, takes it for a ball, 1-0. So 1-0 count to the hitter. Rogers sets, brings it home. Shows butt, pulls back. Ball 2.
I think his strike zone this umpire is really, really, I don't know. Really, I thought that was a strike. Yeah, I think, I think it's got to be over. Sometimes he's called the.
He's got a funny strike zone.
Yeah, I mean.
That's for sure.
It's low sometime, low, then it's on the corner, way off the corner. I thought that he calls them strikes.
Neither dugout's been happy with it. 3-0. 3-0 now to Black. He'll probably take this pitch. All you have to do if you're Southern is put it over the plate. Ball in first strike. Showed bunt, pulled back, took the first strike. 3-1 now.
And they've not really hit him hard. I mean, I think there was that one double was hit okay, but it's in no man's land. But, and that little soft little fell in there.
There's only been 3 hits on tonight for the Indians. Indians have 3 hits. He said Logan hit a double. It was hit pretty well. Swinging away, hit it hard. Down the right field line. Is it going to stay fair?
Ground rule double.
Bounced over the wall for a double. Black.
Or foul ball. It's foul ball.
Oh, they ruled a foul. Okay.
He had his hands up like it went over the wall. I couldn't see down. You can't hardly see in the corner down here. So
again, even with this press box, we're blocked out down the right field line a little bit. He hit it hard, just hit it foul. Count remains full, 3-2. Bryce Travis at first base after the base hit. And he walks him. Logan Black draws the walk. 5th walk issued by Alec Rogers. Brings up the third baseman, Caden Shaver. Shaver hit by a pitch back in the 3rd inning.
If you're the Indians, this is what you want. But if you're the Eagles, this is didn't what you want to come out of the hair pitching and stuff. So that's why I was saying, go after them and don't,
Base hit, a walk. Tie and run at the plate now in the form of the sophomore third baseman. Rogers gets his sign now. As Shaver steps in the box. 5-2. Madison Southern on top of the Indians opening round of the 44th District. Showing butt is Shaver. He pulls back and takes it on the outside corner for a strike. 0-1. Nobody out as we play the 4th inning, so it appears the Indians are willing to sacrifice to get them in scoring position. Jeremy Cox on deck. He'll be in for Adam Ritchie. See pinch run for Ritchie back in the 3rd inning. Shaver with an 0-1 count. Swinging away. Gets away from the catcher, Adams. And both runners move up. They get a ball and a strike to Caden. Wild pitch. Still nobody out now in 2-minute scoring position for the Indians. Down 3. Don't see any action yet in the Madison Southern bullpen. Alec Rogers sets. 1-1 count to the hitter. Catches the outside part of the plate. Ball 2 strikes now. Infield back from Madison Southern. They're willing to concede the run to get an out. So if Caden can just find a way to put the ball in play, the Indians can get an RBI. Sun's coming out now here in Berea, Kentucky as the clouds are parted away. Nice afternoon. The pitch to Shaver, and it's going to be on the ground to third. They're going to come home with it, and they get the runner trading in a rundown, and he falls down, and they get him. Oh, I'm sorry, it's Bryce Travis in the rundown, and they get an out. A fielder's choice for Shaver, and the first out recorded. Bad thing about that, Shaver could not advance to second, so now they're on the corners with one out.
Which helps out Southern right here for a double play ball if it is hit in the infield.
And Jeremy Cox to the plate for his first plate appearance. He was a pinch runner for Adam Ritchie and replaced him in the ballgame.
Well, good heads up on that, too. Was he was running back to third. The guy from second already went to third, so two people can't occupy the base. So, you know, they got a good out right there for Southern.
It appears that Bryce was running on contact, and the ball was hit softly enough where he could show a butt from Cox. He pulls it back, takes it for a ball. 1-0 count. Third baseman, even with the grass, even with the bag now, they're holding the runner at first. This one hits him. Second hit by pitch. Is going to bring us to the top of the lineup in Trey Eden, who's 1 for 2. 6 walk by Alec Rogers in 3 1/3. Sooner or later, you have to think those walks are going to come back to hurt them.
Just got to buckle down and get the ball over the plate. Quit throwing all this junk stuff, trying to set up the hitter. You have to go after him right here, especially on this first pitch.
Bases loaded for Trey.
Get ahead of the hitter.
He hits but one away. Corner infielders are in on the grass. Middle infield, double play depth. And the first pitch is a strike. He swung at it.
Did he?
He had him fold on it. Trade and swings and miss.
I didn't think he really swung that, but
he broke the plane.
Broke the plane.
Yeah, Trey was a little fooled on that. 0-1 now to Eden. He singled to lead off the game, and he was caught stealing. Struck out back into third. Second pitch way outside.
Has Rogers just run out of gas? That's the thing I'm not sure. I don't know what his longest out inning for the year is, but he needs to come in there and get the ball over the plate somewhere near the plate.
Alec Rogers. Gone 3 1/3 so far. Allowed 3 hits. Goodness. Boy, this home plate umpire is just really confusing me now.
I don't know. I'll just shake my head and just kind of,
Neither dugout's been happy with him tonight. But I will say one thing. He is consistently bad. I mean, he's been consistent both ways. 2-1 to count. And that is a strike. 2-2. 2-2 now to Trade. As the bases are loaded for the Indians here in the top of the 4th. Third time we've had the bases loaded for either team tonight. That one down in dirt. 3-2, full count. So you got a full count with the bases loaded. Nowhere to put the hitter. So Trade should be looking for something to drive. Hits it on the ground. Past the second baseman. 1 run's home. 2 runs coming home. And they're going to get the runner between second and third in a rundown. So they get the runner in a rundown out, but 2 runs come across. On the base hit by Eden. And it's 5-4 now, Madison Central.
When's the last time you've seen 2
Southern
runners have got, got caught off a little bit off guard. One was on contact, another one just a bad running mistake.
Yep. Yeah, both outs this inning made by the Indians on bad base running mistakes. Runner at third went on contact, nailed it to home plate, and they got the runner between second and third as Southern's coach is coming out to talk to his pitcher. May have a pitching change. We'll see. Rogers now 3 2/3. It appears we do have a pitching change from Athens Southern. We'll take a timeout while they make the change. We'll be back in 60 seconds to tell you who the new pitcher is. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
Thanks to our great sponsors, Jack Burford Chevrolet, Cumberland Valley National Bank, CSEP, State Farm Insurance, Jerry Goble Agent, Luxury Pet Services, Equipment, Sales and Rentals, May Marketing, KYmedia.net, Gold Star Chili in Berea, Real Life Community Church, Spectrum Cable, and Bison Smith CPA.
Welcome to Coyote Country, your favorites from yesterday and today. 100.7 Coyote Country.
We're all busy living our lives each day, packing as much as we can into work and play. But your friends at CSEP have a thing or two they'd like to remind good folks like you. An emergency can happen almost any time, so stay connected and you'll be just fine. It doesn't really matter where the news comes from, Facebook or Twitter, prepareky.com. You don't have to study up or pass an exam, just follow the lead of the Chemical Stockpile Emergency Preparedness Program.
Rogers goes 3 2/3, allows 4 hits, strikes out 2. He walked 6, gave up 4 runs, 3 of them earned. The 2 runners on base, or the runner on base, belongs to him. So 2 outs here in the top of the 4th inning. The Indians get 2 runs. They trail it 5-4 now.
I think Hunter is in a freshman here.
I have no idea.
Freshman and sophomore.
Just a freshman.
Freshman.
Buchanan, only a freshman in a tough situation right now for a freshman.
He came on the first game with Central, and let me tell you, the young kid held him down. I don't think he gave but maybe a hit or 2 and maybe a run, and he done something really.
Runner goes from second to third on the hit and run. It's going to be caught in right field. Buchanan comes in, does his job. 1 pitch, 1 out. Indians get 2 runs. They trail at 5-4. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Back in 60 seconds.
Thanks to our great sponsors, Jack Burford Chevrolet, Cumberland Valley National Bank, CSEP, State Farm Insurance, Jerry Goble Agent, Luxury Pet Services, Equipment, Sales and Rentals, May Marketing, KYmedia.net, Gold Star Chili in Berea, Real Life Community Church, Spectrum Cable, and Bison Smith CPA.
Welcome back here to Berea College. Indians get 2 runs, cut the lead down to 5-4. Keenan Noggle on for his 2nd inning of work now. Due up for the Eagles will be Michael Atkinson, Zach Moore, and Dalton Gregory, 2, 3, and 4. So Noggle has his work cut out for him here as top of the order. 2, 3, and 4 due up. Atkinson is 1 for 1. He walked back into first, got a base hit back into third to get things underway. And he laces one down the left field line, just out of play. Count goes 0-1.
Not too bad foul right there, about 3-4 feet. I mean, if we'd have got that one there, it'd been probably about a double.
Just straighten it out. Maybe he could have ran. Atkinson has great speed. At least he'd at least got a double out of that. Ball on a strike now to Michael. Wow. Tell you, if you're watching this on the Madison County Schools Sports Facebook page, and those pictures are looking good. Ground ball to short. Thompson has it. Going to be a tough play. Throw pulls him off the base. A base hit for Michael, his second hit of the night. As Atkinson runs well. Zach Moore, the hitter, he's 0 for 2. Eagles lead at 5-4, looking to add some runs to it. Get some insurance runs. Noggle's gone 2/3 of an inning. He gave up 2 hits, a strikeout, walked 2. They throw back on Michael. He's back easily to first base. Noggle set, brings it home. First pitch is a ball to Moore, 1-0. Dalton Gregory on deck, the cleanup hitter, so 3-4. 2-3-4 is up this inning. Either team pitchers have to find a way out to figure out this strike zone tonight. Atkinson goes down towards second. Throw is going to be late. And a stolen base from Michael puts him in scoring position.
As you were saying, I don't think
nobody out.
I don't think they can figure out the strike zone. It's so erratic right now.
Strike zone is very confusing, isn't it?
And, you know, some of the pitches that are on the outside corner on the right-handed batter, it seems like it's just so far outside. He calls them strikes, and then you get right there close to the corner or a little bit more in. He just says ball, and I'm sitting there going, I just don't understand. But we're at an angle. We'll give him benefit of the doubt.
2-0 count to Zach Moore. Swing going to miss, 2-1. Michael Atkinson down at second base, had a leadoff single, stole second base just now, and Zach Moore looking to drive him home to increase the Madison Southern lead. They lead at 5-4. We play the bottom of the fourth.
Just like that pitch right there. That looked pretty darn sweet right on the corner.
Ball is outside, 3-1.
Randy's a little closer than I am. He said it was a little bit outside, so we'll take him. His word for it.
See if they give the green light to Moore on 3-1. They do. He swings and fouls it off at the plate. Runs the count full now, 3-2. Three-two count. Runner at second. Nobody out. Bottom of the fourth.
There's pick off. He's lucky that didn't go in center field a little bit. He picked it off a little bit. They had the set up there. The shortstop was looking at his wristband, doing some thing there, and the runner for Southern was kind of looking. And I seen the other guy sneaking in a little bit, so it almost worked for Old Indians on there.
Snap rose into second to try to pick him off. Atkinson back safely. Full count to the hitter, Zach Moore. Fouled away once again, so we'll do it one more time, 3-2. Keenan Noggle, one of the seniors from Madison Southern, I believe. No, wait a minute, he's only a junior.
They have a lot of people coming back, I think, next year. I think they had, 4 seniors?
Both teams.
The game we did there, 4
or
seniors?
5, yeah. Both teams have a lot returning next season. Back up the middle, base hit. They're going to send Atkinson. He's going to round third, coming home. Ball's not cut, but he's in safely. 6-4. Madison Southern now on top.
Yeah, Coach Combs took a chance right there to go and wave him back in, and the ball was just a little tad off a little bit and a little slow there getting in. How important that run, Coach Don?
That could be the very important run come down to this game as it's moves the lead to 2 now for Dalton Gregory 0 for 1. He walked back into third. So nobody out. He'll hit with a runner at first.
Now you tell me there last week was Gregory hurt a little bit?
He broke his finger against Rockcastle County. He missed a game. First pitch for Gregory is going to be swung on and fouled down the left field line, scattering the crowd hugging the third base line. Big crowd down both lines this afternoon, both fences. The winner of this game moves on to the championship game tomorrow night. Plays the winner of Model and Berea, which will play after this one. We'll have the Madison Central Madison Southern softball game following this one. Luckily, these two fields are connected to one another. So all I got to do is switch windows, and we'll have the Eagle and Indian softball action opening round. 0-2 count now to Gregory. Struck him out looking. Down goes Gregory on strikes. That's going to be the first strikeout, second strikeout for Noggle. And it'll bring up Chase Robinson, who's 0 for 2. He'd reach on an error back into third. One run home in the bottom of the fourth, 6-4 lead, Madison Southern. Donald Foster, Rick Moberly with the action as opening round in the 44th district. Safe. They call him safe at first. It was close.
And too bad we can't see, so we can't comment on it. So as Grant said something to the umpire, Rufus went out to talk to him.
Rufus going to have a little word with him, but he was safe. Yeah, I don't think I've seen too many umpires change the call after they've already made it. You can argue till you're blue in the face. Now let's get your run from the ball game. First pitch to Chase is going to be popped up in the infield. Grant comes in, calls for it, and has it. 2 outs. High pop-up. But it goes for the second out.
Well, Chase, didn't even run that ball out in that foul ground. You never know. He could have dropped it.
Well, he
was in fair ground. So, if he would have dropped it, he would have, not just sitting there.
The guy first didn't run, so it didn't matter.
Right.
You just traded base runners. Britton Robinson, the hitter now. He's 0 for 2. Hits this one hard down the left field line, but out of play.
I'll tell you, they're getting the ball down the left field line, but it's way foul.
Yeah.
I don't know how many balls we've seen there with Central and Southern hit down there.
Hit down the line. Just can't straighten them up.
And that's due to just changing the speed on both pitchers, I guess, to get ahead a little sometimes. Sometimes you're a little late.
Ball taken back into the Indian dugout by Wayne Lanehart, the eternal Eagle in the dugout. Straighten this one up, and it's going to go into left center. Left fielder back and makes the play. Eagles leave a runner, but they get a run. They lead it 6-4 after 4 innings. We go to the top of the 5th in 60 seconds.
Thanks to our great sponsors, Jack Burford Chevrolet, Cumberland Valley National Bank, CSEP, State Farm Insurance, Jerry Goble Agent, Luxury Pet Services, Equipment, Sales and Rentals, May Marketing, KYmedia.net, Gold Star Chili in Berea, Real Life Community Church, Spectrum Cable, and Bison Smith CPA.
Welcome to Coyote Country, your favorites from yesterday and today. 100.7 Coyote Country.
Berea, Kentucky on the Berea Sporting Complex all-purpose stadium here. The Indians are on the short end of the deal right here. The Southern is at 6-4. We're getting in here on top of the fifth. It's showtime for the Indians right here, Coach Don.
Logan Thompson set to lead off, the three-hole hitter. He'll be followed by Ben Snap and Jared Grant. Fifth inning, and Hunter Buchanan back on the mound for his second inning of work now. Alec Rogers did pretty well for the Eagles. He walked 6. It's been a problem tonight for both pitching staffs.
It's just
number of walks.
Like
tonight.
you said, you might be nervous, and I still think it's something to do with that mound or something. Is there cleats sticking on the mound, or is it just something where they've not been on there before? I don't know. I mean,
His first pitch in the dirt, 1-0. Thompson doubled back in the first. He walked into third. He's 1 for 1.
Like you said, we've had a lot of walks. We've had a lot of passed balls. We've had just a little bit of everything, just about.
Couple of rundowns, base run mistakes by the Indians. 2-0 the count. Only thing we haven't had yet is a balk. We need a balk.
That's what I thought was maybe coming up here. That last one, they thought they had him on a pickoff, and I thought maybe could be a little block there. A balk, rather.
Thompson fouls it back into the netting, 2-1 behind home plate. Indians down 6-4.
It's your Coach Roof. What do you say right now? I mean, it's getting showtime from some of these seniors. You've got 6 outs to go, and you're behind by 2 runs.
In baseball, you only get 2 timeouts an inning.
Yeah, I mean, what do you say right there in the dugout?
You can only do so much as a coach. It's up to the kids to perform on the field. I mean, you put them into position to be ready and play, and they have to go out and hit the ball.
Like we've looked at schedules before. Central's been in a lot of these close games, 4-2, 5-2. Either way, they've been on either the winning end or the losing end. So
that's why
they've been there.
Hit down the left field line, but fouled once again. This time, Thompson can't straighten it out. Tell you what, somebody's going to lay one down that line in a moment and run.
Yeah, run forever.
And run.
Be like Forrest Gump, won't it?
But count runs now 2 balls, 2 strikes to the first hitter of the 5th inning. Madison Southern, the home team tonight, by the way. They lead it 6-4. On the ground, up the middle, shortstop. Ranges, has it, throws to first, 1 away.
It's getting nitty-gritty for the Indians, down to 5 outs now. So
it's too early to start counting outs.
Yeah, but it's getting close.
We got more than 5 outs anyway, don't we? We got 8 outs. 7 innings.
Oh, 7 innings. I'm thinking 6. Some reason I was thinking 6 there. Some reason. Still 7. So, but let me tell you, each one of them outs gets out here, and they, if the Indians does not score this inning.
The last thing the Eagles want to do is start counting outs. Up 2 runs. Ben Snap, the hitter, he's 0 for 1. Pitched on the ground to shortstop once again. Robinson over to first, in the dirt, dug it out. 2 away.
As I was saying, now you're down to 7 outs, so it's getting showtime.
Jared Grant's going to come up now. He's 0 for 2.
If I'm a pitcher, this one I really fear the most is Jared Grant.
Grant has the most power on the Indians. But with a 2-run lead, if you put one over the wall, you still have the lead at 6-5. Hit it hard back into the Eagle dugout. Scatters everybody.
They scattered everybody there.
Everybody appears to be okay.
Again, the last time Central faced there in Brea with the lefty right here going on, they couldn't hit him. And I kind of put that in my notes where they just did not hit him and this could not get no runs off him. The old lefty.
Swing going to miss, even it up, or make it 0-2 now to Jared Grant. Robinson now has gone a full inning. He went a 3rd inning last inning. Swing and a miss, and he strikes out Jared Grant. Down go the Indians, 1, 2, 3. As we go to the bottom of the 5th, the Eagles still lead it 6-4. Back in 60 seconds.
Thanks to our great sponsors, Jack Burford Chevrolet, Cumberland Valley National Bank, CSEP, State Farm Insurance, Jerry Goble Agent, Luxury Pet Services, Equipment, Sales and Rentals, May Marketing, KYmedia.net, Gold Star Chili in Berea, Real Life Community Church, Spectrum Cable, and Bison Smith CPA.
We're all busy living our lives each day, packing as much as we can into work and play. But your friends at CSEP have a thing or two they'd like to remind good folks like you. An emergency can happen almost any time, so stay connected and you'll be just fine. It doesn't really matter where the news comes from, Facebook or Twitter or prepareky.com. You don't have to study up or pass an exam, just follow the lead of the Chemical Stockpile Emergency Preparedness Program.
Good hitter. College, where the Eagles come to the plate with a new hitter in the game. It's going to be Hunter Buchanan. And first pitch he sees, he lines into left field for a base hit. Bottom of the fifth. Starts off with a base hit from the pitcher, Buchanan.
I was just thinking, if Central loses, I'm not never going to be back to another radios thing, or am I? I'll be 0-2 in the last week, isn't it?
Michael Bannister is going to be the courtesy runner. Brings up Clay Combs. Combs had the big bases loaded double to clear the bases and give the Eagles their first lead. This one bunted back out of play. 0-1. I like Eagles' strategy here. Even with the lead, they're going to try to move the runner to second to get them home. It's what you have to do. 2 runs is 2 runs, but against this powerful Indian ball clubs, may not be enough. Keegan Noggle still on the mound for the Indians. Shows bunt, pulls back, making a ball on a strike. Third baseman Shaver charging hard on the bunt. Pick nips the outside corner now. Ball and 2 strikes to Combs. With Michael Bannister down at first base, courtesy running for. Runner goes. Bannister is safe. He steals the base. Second stolen base for the Eagles tonight. And they move him down to second without the bunt. 2-2 the count to Combs. See if they bunt him over to third now with 2 strikes. Can be a risky play. Swinging away is Combs, and he gets caught looking for the first out of the 5th inning.
Seemed like Combs didn't want none of that pitch right there, but it's 2 strike count at 2-2. You had to protect the plate and stuff. But
third strikeout for Noggle. Austin Adams to hitter now. He has an RBI single and a walk.
I'm like you. I think Combs is going to have him coming to third somehow, some way. We're going to see what happens right here. And so far, I think Combs has coached a good game out here. What I've seen, on the when he calls the balls and strikes and everything else, the pitches on there for the pitcher, and he's done some good maneuvering around there on that last run that he got in from going from third to home. Barely got in there, so he's done a really well of a job tonight.
Pitch Austin Adams high, ball on a strike now to the Eagle catcher. Keegan Noggle, 1 2/3 inning, giving up 3 hits. Struck out 3, he's walked 2, but he's gave up 5 runs tonight. 2-1 the count to the Eagle catcher. Top of the lineup due up next, and Joseph Hensley. Pitch is going to be popped up into the infield. Noggle calls and takes 2 away. Brings up Hensley, 0 for 3. Chance to increase the lead, though, if he can find a way to get a base hit. Runner at second. Ball inside for the first pitch is 1-0. That's the Southern on top, 6-4, bottom of the 5th. Eagle dugout chirping pretty loud. They're excited over on the home side. Pitch called a strike, a ball and a strike now to Hensley. Pitch inside, hit him. So, third walk issued by Noggle as he hits Joseph Hensley. That'll bring up Michael Atkinson. Action, 2 singles and a walk on the afternoon. 2 men on, 2 men out as we play the bottom of the 5th inning. Noggle set. First pitch to Atkinson, way outside and high for a ball, 1-0. How important would these runs be to Massa Southern to get them in? Ball smacked right at Logan Thompson, the shortstop. He takes it. Eagles leave 2 runners. They still lead it 6-4. We go to the top of the 6th in 60 seconds.
Thanks to our great sponsors, Jack Burford Chevrolet, Cumberland Valley National Bank, CSEP, State Farm Insurance, Jerry Goble Agent, Luxury Pet Services, Equipment, Sales and Rentals, May Marketing, KYmedia.net, Gold Star Chili in Berea, Real Life Community Church, Spectrum Cable, and Bison Smith CPA. Which way do you like it? 3-way, 4-way, 5-way? Get a famous Coney double-decker or a fresh salad, burritos, burrito bowls. Don't forget the kids menu and Gold Star's premium shakes. And get it to go through the drive-thru. Get Gold Star Chili before or after the game. Heck, you don't even need a game. Gold Star Chili in Berea, 638 Chestnut Street. You'll find us under the Gold Star.
Gold Star Chili, the flavor of Cincinnati.
I say back.
I guess.
John here at Cards of Kentucky. John, I couldn't help but notice you guys are great.
Are we back yet, Tommy?
Sports sponsors.
We are, Tristan. We're proud.
First hitter of the inning. He grounds out to the first baseman. 1 away. Top half of the 6th inning underway. 10 seconds. Back here to Berea College. Madison Southern leads it 6-4. First hitter, Bryce Travis, hits the first pitch he sees down to first base for the first out. It's going to bring up the catcher, Logan Black. He fouls off the very first pitch. Black 0 for 1. He walked once tonight.
I'm really impressed with Hunter Buchanan because his pitch and motion and everything, he just deceptive, but he just can't get a read on him. He hoses the ball. You can't see the ball coming out of his hand, and it's on you.
Young left-hander has done a nice job for the Eagles out of the bullpen. As the count, the ball on strike now to Logan Black. Six, seven, eight due up this inning. There's already one out, so this one fouled back out of play, making the ball on 2 strikes to Black. Eagles on top, 6-4. Has got to raise some eyebrows across the 11th region as the Indians come into this ball game, ranked number 9 in the state of Kentucky. Goes to show you while we play the ball games, anything can happen in a win or lose game. Ball in dirt, 2-2 now to Black. Indians have won the district every year since 2007. 9 consecutive years they've won the district. On the ground is second. Should be playable. Should be easy. It is. 2 away. 2 outs here in the 6th inning now, and they're going to bring up Shaver, who's 0 for 1.
What's Buchanan's done in these first 2 hitters, they're so far, can't get the timing down on his pitches. They barely they ground the ball to second and to first, a little nubbler.
Both weak rollers out.
They just can't get a read on him, and I think the Indians have the work cut out. That's, last inning, that was my bad, folks. I thought it was 6 innings, but it's 7. Like I was sort of counting outs, and now it's getting down there. Now Indians got 2 outs, and we're on the top of the 6. So
if you want to count outs now, it's 4. First pitch is in for a ball, 1-0. Shaver is going to be followed by Adam Ritchie, who's going to re-enter the ball game, it appears, as the designated hitter. Two 2-0 now to Shaver. It's still got an inning and a half to play, but how big will this win be to Madison Southern's ball club to knock off the Indians in district play?
It would be a big building block for them, to do this.
2-1 now to Shaver. Pitch on the outside part of the plate.
And Coach Combs is his 3rd year?
3rd or 4th season.
Year. And he's made strides every year he's been here, so.
Shaver lines it out to short.
Oh,
nice play by Robinson. Down go the Indians, 1-2-3. Going to the bottom of the 6th inning, Eagles still lead it 6-4. Be back in 60 seconds.
Thanks to our great sponsors, Jack Burford Chevrolet, Cumberland Valley National Bank, CSEP, State Farm Insurance, Jerry Goble Agent, Luxury Pet Services, Equipment, Sales and Rentals, May Marketing, KYmedia.net, Gold Star Chili in Berea, Real Life Community Church, Spectrum Cable, and Bison Smith CPA.
Welcome to Coyote Country, your favorites from yesterday and today. 100.7 Coyote Country.
Berea College as we play the bottom half of inning number 6. The Eagles on top 6-4, and they take the plate here against Kenyon Ogle. Indians going to come up in the top half of the 7th, needing at least 2 runs. They want to try to keep it at 2 runs. As Zach Moore leads us off and leads it off with a base hit. So Zach Moore with a single, his second hit of the night. And there's a runner on first for Dalton Gregory. Dalton Gregory 0 for 2. He has walked. You got to wonder, for Massa Southern now, if the nerves, not only from the beginning of the ball game, now you got the lead. They're going to be a little nervous now playing with the lead here late in the game.
It all depends on that big the freshman they have when he comes back on the mound on that top of the 7th with Buchanan. So far he's pretty cool as a cucumber out there.
He's pitched like an upperclassman, hasn't he? Buchanan's done well out of the bullpen for Massa Southern tonight. Gregory swings the first pitch back into the netting. 0-1. Very important run down at first base if the Eagles can find a way to drive him home. This one out to left center, taken there by Trade, and he drops it, but he gets the out. The ball was dropped on the transfer, so 1 away. Good call by the field umpire to let you know right away that the out was recorded. The drop ball was on the transfer from his glove to his throwing hand. 1 out now in the inning. That's going to bring up number 22, Chase Robinson. Robinson 0 for 3, reached on an error. Back in the 3rd inning. 3rd inning where the Eagles got 5 runs. First pitch swinging once again is going to drop in front of the right fielder. Runner goes and is going to be held at second base.
That was a good decision right there, holding him at second, because he would have been a dead duck at 3rd.
Oh, yeah, he had no shot to advance. One thing, he had to wait to make sure the ball was going to be caught. Single, fly out single now, and the Eagles in business with 2 men on and 1 man out. And Britton drops in the hitter. Britton 0 for 3. Coach Roof is going to go to the bullpen. More than likely, we'll have Goebel coming on. We'll find out. As we'll just keep it here for the pitching change. Massa Southern leads at 6-4. As I said, the Eagles haven't had a district championship since 2006. It's been a few years ago. James Kyle Goebel is going to be the pitcher. The relief pitcher comes in place of Noggle. Goebel's going to have his hands full to know. 2 men on and 1 man out. Runner down at second and first. As you look over to the Eagles side, they're excited, and they have a right to be. They're up 6-4 over the number 9 team in the state.
Yeah, they've earned their stripes today. I mean, they've come out there and took charge in that bottom of the 3rd inning, and a few walks and some great hitting there. I think Combs had a double, if I'm not mistaken, to clear the bases
Combs
there.
had a bases loaded double back in the 5th inning to get 3 runs home. Madison Central got the score started in the top of the 3rd with 2 runs. And then in the bottom of the 3rd, Southern answers back with 5 runs. Indians bounce back, get 2 more, though, back in the top of the 4th, cut it to 5-4. Eagles get a run to the bottom of that inning, take a 6-4 lead, and that's where we're at now as we play the bottom of the 6th. Eagles 6-4.
I think that 4th inning, too, they had 2 run in, the time of this, contact go, and plus the other base runner that, got caught between 2nd and 3rd. That's the ones you'd like to have back right now, and they had some no outs with loaded bases or 1 out. And, it's like the old Cincinnati Reds, when they get loaded bases, they didn't fairly score a run. So
a lot of walks in this ball game both ways. We've had 6 walks by Indian pitching. And we've had six walks by Southern pitchers. So we had 12 walks total in this ball game. As James Kyle Goebel set to face Britton Robinson with 2 men on and 1 man out. First pitch from Goebel is a strike. One thing you'll notice if you're watching us on the Facebook page, Madison County School Sports Television's Facebook feed, Goebel has that sidearm delivery. He's got a different angle pitching release, so can be tough to face here late in the ball game. He's more of a sidearmer, if you will. He has that low release point. Second one over the outside corner. 0-2. Quickly ahead is Goebel on Brent Robinson.
Robinson just shaking the head like, oh, gosh, man, what was that?
Yeah. You don't see too many of those sidearm releases.
Not many.
0-2 now to Robinson. Britton in a tough situation here for the Eagle hitter. The pitch coming in. It's going to be popped up into right field. First baseman Grant goes out, and he will not have it. It drops into fair territory. Bases are going to be loaded for the Eagles.
Everybody had to hold up there, on first and second, make sure that thing was going to drop in. So
back-to-back singles. 3 singles in the innings have loaded the bases for the Eagles. And they'll bring up Hunter Buchanan, who has a single tonight. So
great effort by Grant right there. Almost had it right there.
That was in the triangle, wasn't it? Right between second, first, and right field. It just happened to find a hole in the triangle. 1 out, bottom of the 6th. The Eagles threatening to blow this one open now with 1 out. And the bases loaded against Kyle Goebel. Seems like the Berea Pirates, Lady Pirates, have moved on to the championship game with the 44th District softball tomorrow night. They will play the winner of Madison Central, Madison Southern, which will be coming up shortly. We'll have that game here on the stations at the conclusion of this baseball game. On the ground to second. They're going to come home with it, and they get the out. So they were able to knock the run down at second base is Ben Snout. 2 outs. Good play by the second baseman. Knock it down and recover in enough time to get the out.
Good accurate throw. Take your time. Get the sure out at home. That's the run you have to have out right now.
Clay Combs, the hitter. He's the man who's done the most damage with the RB 3-run double back into third.
Here it is, 2 outs. So, contact you've got to go on, for Southern on the base runner. So they'll have an early start.
Runner at third has to be a wild pitch also. We've had a few of those tonight. First pitch swinging out toward the left. Should be playable. It is. Eagles leave the bases loaded in the bottom of the 6th, but they lead it 6-4 going into the 7th. Indians down 2, have to find a way to get it. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
Welcome to Coyote Country, your favorites from yesterday and today. 100.7 Coyote Country.
Thanks to our great sponsors, Jack Burford Chevrolet, Cumberland Valley National Bank, CSEP, State Farm Insurance, Jerry Goebel Agent, Luxury Pet Services, Equipment, Sales and Rentals, May Marketing, KYmedia.net, Gold Star Chili in Berea, Real Life Community Church, Spectrum Cable, and Bison Smith CPA.
Huh?
Welcome back here to Berea College where the Indians trail this one by 2 in the top of the 7th. They got to find a way to tie this one if they want to stay alive in the postseason. Adam Ritchie set to do it off, 9-1-2. But I tell you what, the way Hunter Buchanan is pitching for the Eagles right now, it's going to be tough. He has done an excellent, great job out of the Eagle dugout. Out of the Eagle bullpen, I'm sorry. Adam Rich is going to lead us off. He's 0 for 1. He walked. Back into third inning, so. Let's see if the nerves get to Buchanan at all here. Play with a lead. You got a 2-run lead, so they really shouldn't. Throw the ball, let your fielders do their job
right.
if you're the Eagles right now.
And Hunter,
6-4. That's got to raise a lot of eyebrows.
In a way, I'm not surprised. In a way, even though Southern's record is. I mean,
first pitch is a strike to Ritchie. The boy Adam threw his elbow out there. He did. He threw that elbow out trying to get hit. But it falls into the zone, 0-1. We knew this was going to be a tough game coming in for either pitcher. Fouled into the net, 0-2 now on Adam.
Now, Buchanan's in charge right here. He's got 2 strikes. And
yep. Adam Ritchie has to. Now he's got to be ready for about anything for Buchanan.
This off-speed pitch is coming up, and we'll see if he's can just wait and pull it right there when he swings at the right time.
Young left-hander.
There it goes.
On the ground, but Trickle's foul down the first base line. Count remains 0-2. Tell you, Buchanan doing an excellent. I mean, I'm just so impressed by him.
He just seemed like he's a veteran out there, a senior that's sitting there. You know, I don't have no pressure.
He's too young to know pressure.
That's what it is. Usually when you're young, you fear no evil or any of that stuff, no pressure.
Too many walks for the Indians pitching staff tonight. If you want to look at it that way, the Indians down 6-4, got to find a way to get some runs to stay alive.
Oh, wow.
Struck him out looking one away in the top of the 7th.
Yeah. I thought that was strike. I don't know. Some people are clapping, some are booing. So, take your choice.
Eagles are 2 outs away from eliminating Madison Central from postseason play, the number 9 team in the state of Kentucky. Coach is going out to the mound. We'll see what's going on here.
Well, I don't know about this. I really don't like this at all.
But one thing to think, I don't think he's taking them out.
No, he's not taking them out.
But something you have to think about is pitch counts in a high school game. If he's reached a pitch count, he's reached a pitch count, but he hasn't.
No.
I think he's going to talk to his team. He's brought the entire infield in.
Well,
there's 2 outs.
He was already in rhythm right there, and they just struck him out. I think you just go on. You don't even go out here on this thing. But maybe they know more than I do out there, right, but I wouldn't do it.
They get
personally.
paid to do it, so.
They get paid. I don't. That's why I'm up here in the booth.
Got to bring up Trey Eden. Eden has 2 hits and a couple of RBIs tonight for the Indians. Got to get base runners from Madison Central right now. Eagles 2 outs away from a history-making win in their program. Last time the Indians have not made the postseason was 2006. A first-round loss to Model that season and eliminated them. Eagles.
Another thing this kid does as a freshman I'm really impressed with, Buchanan, it's the same motion every time. His mechanics, he don't get off kilter or anything. It's the same thing. He does it over and over. He's pitched it perfect on his mechanics.
Ball on a strike now to Trey Eden. Ball on strike, 1 out. Eagles 2 outs away from advancing to the 11th region tournament to be played at their home field next week. Base hit into center field. Wait a minute. Safe. Yeah, it falls in. And it's going to be a double for Trey Eden. Great great effort out there in center field by Michael Atkinson.
Right.
Just couldn't come up with it. It drops in for a double.
That's the one that you think, well, do I play it on the hop? If I play it on the hop, he's on a single. And, great effort. I give him great effort. But
going to bring up Devin Huckel now. He represents the tying run, but he's 0 for 3 on the afternoon. Has a word with third base coach David Withers. Coach Withers been at Madison Central coaching staff, I believe, 17 seasons perhaps. Played in 2 regional championship games. I think we went to the state once while he was a player under Coach Don Richardson and Coach Mark Smith. 1 out, top of the 7th, runner at second. And the first pitch to Huckel is a ball, 1-0. Eagles 2 outs away. Two outs away from such a big victory for the school. Pitch high, 2-0. Trading down at second base on the double. 1 out.
I'm just thinking, when he came out there to talk to him for whatever he talked about, did that really knock his concentration off?
I don't think so.
We'll see here. We'll see on this pitch right here.
2-0 pitch misses away, 3-0. Logan Thompson on deck for Madison Central. 3-0 count to Huckel. Buchanan set. Now he delivers. The 3-0 is taken. First strike, 3-1. That ball was below the knees, wasn't it?
A little low.
3-1 now. Southern just trying to find a way to get 2 outs. They have a 2-run lead, 6-4. Play the 7th inning. Eagles order their home team. This one hit out in left field and taken. 2 away. So Madison Southern 1 out away now from the victory. Logan Thompson, the hitter. He's 1 for 2, double and a walk. Eagle Nation standing on their feet, cheering on their boys. I got to say, man, Hunter Buchanan has been lights out of the bullpen.
Yeah, that's the hardest ball that was hit on there this now. Well, the second hardest, I guess, when the first double that he got misplayed a little bit. But
2 outs, top of the 7th. Thompson represents a tying run if he could put one over the wall. He's got to find a way to keep it alive. First pitch is high for a ball, 1-0. Indian dugout now looking a little concerned as they hit with 2 outs in the 7th. What an upset this would be. Pitch is in for a strike, a ball on a strike now. A top 10 team in the state set to go down in the opening round of district play. One and one now, 2 outs. Buchanan sets, he delivers. Ball high, 2-1. Should Logan Thompson find a way to get on base, Ben Snap would be the hitter. Trey Eden stands at second base with a double this inning. As Buchanan got the first out on a strikeout, they gave up the double and got a fly out. Swing and a miss. Make it 2-2 now. Eagles are strike away from the upset.
what a great pitch by Buchanan right there. Took a little bit off of it there, and he was guessing fastball, and he was out on front of that pitch. So
he was.
Young man out there, I'm very impressed for a freshman to do this right here, what he's done so far the last few innings.
Took something off of it. Count is at 2-2. The pitch. On the ground to short. Third baseman ranges over, gets it, throw to first. He got him! Madison Southern's done the impossible. They've knocked off the Indians of Madison Central. The number 9 team goes down. Eagles advance on to the 11th Region Championship game tomorrow night to face the winner of Model Berea. Tough loss for the Indians. What a win for the Eagles. For all they've had this year, a 500 record, and they beat the Indians in the opening round. 6-4 your final. Hunter Buchanan was lights out of the bullpen. Unbelievable.
One hard ball, that one left field. If it went to the, if that'd been a hit, there'd been one run in.
Unbelievable.
But hats off, that's why we play and stuff like that.
Eagles outplayed them tonight. They get the 6-4 win. They will go on to play the winner of Model Berea tomorrow night for the championship game. We'll have that game here on the station of Waterford Broadcasting. We're going to take a quick break here. We'll take about give me 3 minutes, and we'll be back with some Madison Southern, Madison Central softball action. Once again, though, from the baseball field, 6-4, the Eagles win and advance to the championship game and the 11th Region Tournament to be played next week. Big win for the Eagles. We'll be back in 3 minutes on the stations of Waterford Broadcasting.
Thanks to our great sponsors, Jack Burford Chevrolet, Cumberland Valley National Bank, CSEP, State Farm Insurance, Jerry Goble Agent, Luxury Pet Services, Equipment, Sales and Rentals, May Marketing, KYmedia.net, Gold Star Chili in Berea, Real Life Community Church, Spectrum Cable, and Bison Smith CPA.
Welcome to Coyote Country, your favorites from yesterday and today. 100.7 Coyote Country.
We're all busy living our lives each day, packing as much as we can into work and play. But your friends at CSEP have a thing or two they'd like to remind good folks like you. An emergency can happen almost any time, so stay connected and you'll be just fine. It doesn't really matter where the news comes from, Facebook or Twitter, prepareky.com. You don't have to study up or pass an exam, just follow the lead of the Chemical Stockpile Emergency Preparedness Program.
Relax and let Jack Burford service your vehicle. Enjoy the customer service lounge with Wi-Fi, TV, and make yourself at home with a hot cup of coffee. We've got plenty of room. Test drive a vehicle, just not in our service department.